Hi dear students, today we are moving to session 2, Positive Effects of Self-Management. Session 2, Positive Effects of Self-Management. Positive Effects of Self-Management. So which are the positive effects of self-management? So 7 results are classified as positivity, self-awareness, stress management, responsible attitude, self-control, self-motivation and teamwork. So let us go in detail one by one. First one is the positivity. So from the name itself, positive, one should have the positive attitude towards things. Positivity, self-managed individuals always keep their eyes on the goals and do something on a daily basis to achieve those goals. That means, we know that if you are getting a successful one, we could not do work on particular time. Continuously we need to work hard on the daily basis. It is not a period of time. Okay. They take every problem of their personal and professional lives positively and try to find out the solution with lots of enthusiasm and confidence. So positivity. So positive attitude we have to develop, or after trained by the self-management skills, will get a positive attitudes towards everything, personal as well as professional lives. Next one is the self-awareness. It is the individual's ability to recognize and understand his strength, weaknesses, emotions and limitations in order to enhance the credibility and leadership qualities. Self-awareness. What do you mean by that? Self-awareness. So we need to recognize and understand our strength and weaknesses. If we know or if we recognize our strength, we can work towards it. And if we understood the weaknesses, we can improve, okay, by removing or overcoming the weaknesses. Understood? If we don't have any skill in particular that, but still we have interest, means we can try and we can improve only by recognizing our weaknesses and emotions, limitations in order to enhance the credibility. So once we understand our limitations and weaknesses, we can improve that area. Okay, that is self-awareness. The next one is stress management. It is a skill of controlling and managing an individual's level of stress and making the activities of life more organized. It can be carried out using various methods like meditations, self-talk and regular exercise to develop the ability to resist stress. Stress management. So from the name itself we can understand that what is stress management, right? Managing stress. We could not remove the stress conditions. We have to overcome. And how we can overcome this? So some methods are there: meditations, self-talk and regular exercise. Everything, by doing all these things, we can control our stress situations and we can strengthen our ability to resist stress. So stress management is a skill to control and handle our level of stress. Next is responsible attitude. It helps the individual to recognize his main objectives of life and develop the responsibility to learn and improve skills to achieve the objectives and to understand the responsibility of his own action. So now your students, you are responsible for your studies, right? So when we are taking each task, we have the responsibility then only we can do the work in a proper way. So it helps the individual to recognize his main objectives of life and develop the responsibility. So once one who know about his objectives, then they become the responsible person and they work towards it. So responsible attitude is one of the important positive effect of self-management. The next is self-control. It is the ability to control self-behavior to avoid unnecessary temptations. Self-control is also called willpower or fortitude. Self-control can be learned and strengthened with the practice. See, self-control. If you understood, no, self-control is the ability to control your self-behavior, whatever it may be. Sometimes if it is a crying attitude or it is a angry, whatever emotions will be, you have to be controlled. And why we need to practice this self-control? To avoid unnecessary temptations. So during your journey of a successful life, many temptations will be there. If you have self-control only, you can achieve your goal very satisfied way. Self-control is also called willpower or fortitude. Please note down the different terms of this self-control, that is willpower or fortitude. And this can be achieved by practice. Only by practice we can able to control ourselves. The next is self-motivation. It is the ability to do what one wants to do. People who are self-motivated can find strength and reason to complete a task with themselves. Self-motivation. We know that what the meaning of motivation, right? So everyone needs to get motivated by others. But sometimes no one will be there for motivating us. So what we have to do? We should have self-motivation. I can do. I will do. Okay, I can complete this within this period of time. I will achieve this. That is the self-motivation. If you have self-motivation, then no one can stop you. So it is the ability to do what one wants to do. The next one is the teamwork. It is a process of working in a group of people to achieve certain goals. Team members use their individual skills to cooperate and help each other in achieving goals. That means sometimes for getting a task, for doing a task, a group of people will be there. A teamwork will be there. So that time all the different persons, suppose 5 persons are there, 5 persons have different skills, different ideas. So this will be helpful to do that task in very efficient manner. So teamwork is the process of working a group of people to achieve certain goals. See, most of the big achievements, a teamwork will be there. So each one will consider each one's abilities, then only the cooperations will be there and help each other in achieving goals. That's the end of this session. We will see in the next class. Thank you.